Control is the issue, always and everywhere. And we've got this scene so controlled that, we're on the brink of Armageddon behind control. How can it be very, very carefully deconstructed? Well, I think the first thing is we have to open a pipeline to the Logos. We have to reach the goddess mind behind nature. And this means following the classical prescriptions of shamanism. It's true what they say. What the shamans say is truer than anything we can say about them. In other words, it's not that they're putting it through a language filter or that they're epistemologically naive or some horse shit like that. That's not it. It's you who are epistemologically naive. And me. We have no idea what is possible in nature, in positions of courage and high intoxication. So I see the whole 20th century as a very, it's like trying to turn a battleship with an oar. It's very, very slow going. But with Freud and Jung, we get the discovery of the unconscious. I mean, they discover it through a spyglass at 900 yards, but they do announce that it's out there. And then, through surrealism, abstract expressionism, psychedelic drugs, so forth, we are now exploring this domain. The analogous cultural crisis is the late 15th century, the 1490s. Printing was invented in Mainz in 1440. By 1492, the New World had been discovered. It's 1490. We need to go somewhere. We don't know quite where, but you can almost taste it. What it is that we, I think, are getting set to take flight into what has always been our destiny. We're special. We are not outside the plan, but we're in a loop of the plan that the rest of organic nature is not participating in. We are the hands of the planetary mind. And the technologies that we have assembled are for the purposes of the planetary mind. Surely it must sense the finite nature of the life of the planet and the star itself. We are a kind of strategy for moving energy around. Someone once said, animals are a strategy invented by plants for moving seeds around. Well, I think human beings are a strategy invented by nature for catalyzing natural process. Clearly, the whole planet is being sped up. We are preparing to depart for a dimension which can only be called the imagination. This is what culture is. 8,000 years ago, when we began to crowd into cities and build walls and define everything into grids and mandalas, that was the beginning of the excrescence of mental space. That's what we're living in. These are all ideas. This was just unorganized matter put through the mills and presses of design to create a world that reflects the world that is living on the other side of our foreheads, the world of our imagination. But it has always operated against a background of the laws of physics. The strength of materials, the laws of gravity. You just can't build bridges with spans more than X or skyscrapers taller than Y. But in the imagination, wishes are horses, beggars ride. And this is the cultural dimension that we have a potential to create. I don't think that there's a way to manage this thing back down into the equilibrial pastoralism of 20,000 years ago. We burned those bridges. It's a real crisis. We will not recognize our grandchildren